Something else.
Oh, me slipping on here. All right, welcome to We Are Something Else, episode 200 and what is that? 47? Is it 47? I have no idea. It's another one of them episodes. Hey. There we are. It's your boy Kaleo. There's CB, there's E-Rich, there is Jen Glenn. It is a Culture Thursday. And the title of this episode is Miss Right.
Bro, where the behind the scenes recordings when you need them, bro?
What I miss? What
You
dog.
Yeah.
Talking about
your mic's still on.
I know. I remember. No, my bad look. So my phone battery's dying. I was like, man, it's trying to catch me slipping. We are good
for you, bro.
Yeah, look, 2026 is kicked off just right for the podcast, right? I mean, look, the ladies have been back and represented very well. It's us that have been kind of caught slipping. But it's all good. Everybody off mute. How's your week going? How's everybody doing? Good to see you. Jen, good to see you. How's your week going?
My week is going really, really well.
Okay. Anything exciting happened? I mean, your culture was fire today.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so it's not exciting, but I'm going to tell y'all what I did over like Valentine weekend. I went to the RV Expo and looked at a bunch of RVs.
You getting one?
Maybe in the future, because I'm gonna have kids moving to different parts of the country. So I was
some
like,
of these RVs are baller. Like
they are really nice. But y'all, I am not like the RV type. And I'm thinking, how much would it cost to put on like some candy paint and some choppers on the RV?
That would be so sick.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, but
Yeah, so and Jen and I have been talking about just camper life and just I'm way into like people converting school buses or whatever vans into these livable homes now. That's just something that is just when you get old and you just run out of watching everything else. This is peaceful to me now because So yeah, and I was excited to see some of the campers you showed me. But that's my grandfather. So I think my fascination with it came because my grandfather, that was always his dream, was to buy an RV and just to hit the road during the summer.
Yeah.
And he would take us to the RV expos that was here, but he just never got to do it. So I think that kind of lives within me to do that.
Kaleo, I'm glad you said that your grandfather was like that, because when I told my dad I went to the RV show and I was telling him, like what my plans would be, he was like, girl, go get a hotel room. I was like, okay, daddy.
He don't get it. Okay. CB, my guy.
Yo, it's good, bro. I know you were up late in home project, so I hope you got a nap in at some point today. Because there we go. Sponsorship. We're just saying, throw us some dough. But nah, man. I guess short week at work. So cramming 5 days worth of work into 4 days. Since we were off on Monday, market holiday Monday.
I forgot about that.
And it was Seiji birthday weekend, so Valentine's Day is also Seiji Day. So got primo time with my niece.
Okay.
And that also included me taking my nephew Remy to the toy store on Friday night, since he did a good job listening to his parents for the last week or so.
Bro,
I don't know if he's doing it tonight, but he did it long enough for a trip to the toy store. Then I got, Seiji time. So I'm ready for this weekend already. And yeah,
bro,
always good to hang out on a Thursday with them.
It's nothing like knowing your parents or your uncle or your favorite uncle at that, or your niece or your favorite aunt that was getting ready to take you to the toy store to load up. Like, since I grew up with my grandparents and I went with my mom on weekends, I just knew it was in the cards. Friday night or Saturday morning, I don't know which one I preferred. Probably Saturday morning, because Friday night kind of rushed us. But Saturday morning, just knowing we're getting ready to go to Toys R Us, and I'm about to load up for the weekend. And that was just nothing like that feeling.
Yep.
He was good, bro.
On that note, I apologize for not getting my, niece and nephew those loud ass toys that would make sure that you guys, that you got no sleep at night. But also, I don't need that because, my nephew does a good job at that with wrestling. So, shout out to my nephew.
Shout out to Parker, man.
Shout out to Parker. Shout out to Lonnie too, for sure. No, man, listen, work's been definitely working. I'm trying to pull off a hat trick at work in the next 3 weeks. The good brother Cleo has signed off on some time off for me for the first 2 weeks in March. We'll see how that rocks. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe there might be an appearance on a Thursday or something like that. We'll see what it's looking like depending on where in the globe I'm at that time. But other than that, man, just listen, work, getting it together. Cali, we getting too much rain, but hey, it is what it is.
Right. So yeah, my week has been eventful for the most part. I mean, what I was dealing with in here with the studio, like literally last week I did the show in here with my feet literally like kind of in a puddle, but the show must go in, and you just didn't know what was going, that was happening. And I did everything I could do to avoid paying somebody else to do half this stuff, because what happened to me in August with the company, and just income is just not, steady like it was. So it started with me fixing the sump pump with my plumber talking to me over the phone. After just sending him a picture, he saw what the issue was, and he through text message and a phone call, he told me how to fix the issue with the sump pump. It was just a frozen pipe because we had the great defrost around here. So had that happen, so I fixed that. That saved me probably at least $150 trip out for Michael and Sons, and who knows, probably another $300 just for him to do a 10-second job what I did, right? And then we had the going out and renting those big ass fans in the dehumidifier to get the moisture out the air. Hold on one second. You know what I'm looking for? Have we done this in 2026 yet? I feel the rain. 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 It's raining all over me. I'm moist. I'm moist. Call and response, I said I'm moist. I'm moist. Good God, I'm moist. I'm moist. Yes, I am. Rain all over me. I'm saturated. I'm saturated. All right, we're gonna do that. Y'all know what comes next. But that's what it was like. Like that was the elements in the studio. So yeah, I rented the fan. I think me and E had a couple conversations about just what to do. So rented the fan and the dehumidifier. I had to run for like 3 days straight. It dried the carpet up really good. And I was like, okay, well, good. That may just save me some money. But at certain parts, like it just didn't get the padding. And the padding is meant to absorb water anyway. So you're not really going to get rid of the moisture in the padding, right? It's just like a sponge. So I went and figured out the square footage of this room. And I was texting CB at midnight. I was just beginning my project last night of re-padding the room. And I got done around 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, man.
So we're back in the studio for less than a week. So let's shout out to folks here. Great. Nobody wants to hear about my studio troubles. You rather see the pictures. Take over Trina, who checked in like this afternoon. Shout out to her. There's Jen, Real Estate Poppy, Uncle Dandy, Mona Risa, Kendall B, Dave J on the mic, Snarky Mac. So if y'all have nothing to do tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. on the west, 9 a.m. on the east, 8 and 7 in the middle. There's a special Kendall B morning show that's happening tomorrow. His annual Snarky-thon. So if y'all want to chime in, wish the wonderful Snarky Mac a happy birthday and be part of the shenanigans, let's do that. There's A Right. Who else we got? Art, good to see you, bro. Sammy Slater, good to see you. Erica, good to see you. Great show. I caught most of you guys' show from the road on my way back to the studio this evening. Anissa, good to see you. Did we get everybody? Amanda, good to see you. All right. If I miss anybody, I apologize. But let's get to work. We got a lot of great things. Culture Thursdays. We got right now is Let's Rap. So let's do this off the cuff because y'all know the conversation we had behind the scenes. All right, so forgive me if I pronounce his name wrong. Hideki Sato. At least I got the Sato part.
I'll go with it.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Hideki Sato. Rest in peace. Now, the name may not be familiar to you, but the console might be. Former president of Sega and designer of nearly every Sega console sadly passed away. He began his career in video games in the 70s and is one of the industry's founding figures of the video game industry. Now, within my notes, I did some background, so I don't need to read this now. So this guy, originally Sega was not into video game business. They were into like jukeboxes and more of an arcade feel. But this guy, his dream was to always create a console. And he was able to partner with, have Sega buy into what he was trying to sell, what he was trying to create. So he created an original version of a Sega that necessarily didn't take off as much because Nintendo was right around the corner with their first NES system. So he realized then that the issue or the battle between Sega and Nintendo was not going to be gaming, it was going to be speed. He had to create a system that was faster than Nintendo and create the type of games that weren't more so family oriented. He wanted more of an arcade game kind of feel. And that's exactly what he did. He designed his second iteration of the Sega Genesis, this right here, where we all became to know the black console, took off. And for a while, Sega was killing it. And then in the 2000s, when Sega began to struggle, damn near bankrupt because you had the PlayStation. And I believe the first iteration of the Xbox was out at this point. So you had not only, we had switched to disc. The graphics were way beyond what Sega Genesis was doing. I mean, granted, we were all Sonic fans, Ultra Beast fans, all those great games that Sega brought. But come on now, when you can plug Madden in, even Madden on Genesis. But when you can play Madden on that PlayStation, it was light years, right? So what he did was he went in and designed what we know is Dreamcast. What was Dreamcast. But with the Dreamcast, he was the first one to initiate online gaming with a console. At this point, PlayStation didn't have it, Xbox didn't have it, and remember those. He was the first one. Sega was the first one to give you the 2K iteration of games. NBA 2K originated on Dreamcast, and is with the NFL 2K, and this is because they couldn't buy the licensing to the names. Right, Live was PlayStation specific, and then Live may have been on Xbox at this point too. And I think Sega was the only one that got left out. And for a while, the graphics, if you remember that Dreamcast, it had facial on like real faces. Graphics were light years, but you know what happened after that? PlayStation 2 came out, and it kind of just blew away the Dreamcast.
It's the number one selling console of all time, I believe. The PlayStation 2.
PlayStation 2, yeah. It was upright. It was black. It had the blue around it, and it caused Sega to go into pretty much bankrupt. But what he did to save jobs and to generate money and keep money in people's pockets and jobs and people working, he sold the rights to the Sonic. That's how you began to have Sonic on cross platforms, because he just started selling the IPs, the properties of what Xbox. He had already said Sega was never going to create another console. He was just going to sell off the rights to the game. So, but yeah, no, look, this guy is. If you don't know his name, you know his work, and he's put out great products. I didn't have a Sega CD. Was it sad? He had a Sega Saturn too, right? That was kind of in between the Sega Saturn came before the Dreamcast. But shout out, big Sega fan, CB growing up.
So we actually were a Nintendo household up until the PS2 came out, but you better believe that the Genesis was still a huge part of my childhood, because all the other homies had one. You know what I mean? So we'd play Super Nintendo at our house, you know, and then go to one of the other homies' house and play the Genesis, so we could play Sonic and some of the console specific games that, you know, we weren't going to get. And so yeah, tough loss for the industry for sure. Like definitely one of like the OG titans in the game. And yeah, Sega nowadays is a completely different type of company than, you know, what this was for us when we were growing up. But tough to hear. All it does is bring up, like, you know, more nostalgia. What a fun time it was, like in the 90s and stuff, playing Sega Genesis.
Absolutely. E, what does Sega mean to you?
Sonic, of course. Shinobi. I think it was Coach Walsh. Joe. Yep, Montana. Joe Montana football. These are the iterations of games. And if I'm correct, I believe Coach K college, you know what I mean, where you was playing, you know, Duke versus UNC, and I mean this goes back to the, you know, Jason Capono days, and you know, don't get me started. You know what I mean? Like you knew the players because you knew them by the jersey number and not because you couldn't really tell by their face. And this is also for those of us who were gamers for real. The likeness of Mike was still not there. It was always somebody who looked like looked like Mike. He was on the Bulls. He had the attributes of Mike, but it wasn't Mike. You know what I mean? So
they couldn't afford those rights.
No, not at all. Not at all. But no, look, listen, I mean, Sega was definitely one of those ones for us, for the gamers. You know, off of Nintendo. Then I think, you know what, for me, like I Super Nintendo for me was the shit after Genesis, like, because at that point,
Super Nintendo was crazy.
But you know that the crazy part is, and if you talk about it, or if you even, you know, since we talked about my nephew earlier, show him a Genesis and show him that there's a wire that you have to plug into the damn console, and you can't be, you know, sitting at the couch with the TVs like feet away. You know what I'm saying? Like you had to be all up on the damn TV, you know what I'm saying, to play these consoles back then. Shout out to us and our vision to still be in there.
Yeah,
so
sure.
I forgot about that, E. Like having to sit up close to the television to play back in the day. I completely forgot about that. Mm-hmm. But no, we were a Nintendo household. But I mean, big ups to him that he actually sold off some of the rights to help support the people in his company. Mm-hmm. I think that's really honorable.
Yeah. E, real quick, going back to you with the what is going on with this camera? With Montana. Remember Montana when whatever year that was, when he was on Kansas City Chiefs, that was the first game you could trade players. and override the trade. Like that super team I had on Montana was just ridiculous. So yeah,
those were the glory days for real.
Yeah. All right. I'm out there. If this doesn't work, I'm ending the show. That's it.
We'll be okay.
He done flipped the table.
I'm gonna turn this over. Yeah, how about this?
This is the pizza vending machine. I don't know about you, but I've never made a pizza on the side of a road at a vending machine. Okay, it says, "Oh my piz," and it says it'll be ready in 3 minutes. So let's make a pizza. Okay, there's all these different kinds of pizza. I'm either gonna get the oh my meats or I'm gonna get the pepperoni. Pete, what kind of pizza do you want? Meat or pepperoni?
Pepperoni.
Yeah, let's do pepperoni. Does it take out my card? Oh my God, let's back up so you can see this pizza vending machine. I'm so excited. It's like telling me how long until the pizza is ready. Pizza's almost done, Pete. Oh, my pepperoni. Okay, something's happening. I'll let you get it. Oh, Pete, you can get it. Ah! Oh my God, it's hot. Look at that. Holy crap. That looks amazing. Oh my God, look at this pizza. It smells so good. In France, it does not come cut, so you have to cut it yourself. Okay, I cut the pizza and now I'm gonna hand it back up to Pete. Our napkins. Okay, we're on the road again. Let's test out this pizza. Here we go. So good. Pizza from a vending machine. I highly recommend.
Now we know we can't support anybody buying any other kind of pizza besides the DC Shop Pie. But this is not about pizza. We can make it about pizza, but no, it's about like these food kiosks that are popping up now with like hot and ready food to go in less than like time that would take you to actually order pizza from Domino's or go to Chick-fil-A, because there's a Chick-fil-A a couple of like tester Chick-fil-A kiosks around here. And believe it or not, I didn't know there was the pizza one had made its way in the US. This was in France. And I just found it interesting that you could walk up to the fact that you can walk up, order. I mean, they only had like a very specific style that they made. They just, you had options. I don't think you could add this or take this off. They already had like pre-mades, but bro, like, what's going on in there? Are these pizzas already boxed up? And you're just, when you select which one you want, it goes to a warmer and processes its way out? Is there somebody inside the kiosk that you don't know about that's just sitting there all day and just running the business? So it's interesting. I mean, like, it's one of those things where I walk up. Did they show the price? Like, I'd be interested to see how much these things cost to walk up on. At the St. Louis comes with a switchblade. Crackhead Kels was good. You're right. I mean, I don't know, but it's fascinating. I mean, anything they can do to cut out like real workers. Somebody has to load it, right? But have you guys seen any of these food kiosks? I know there's sandwich ones, but have you seen any of the Chick-fil-A ones or pizza ones? Or would you be tempted to try this if you saw it?
Okay, so I have had one of these before at the airport. I believe it was in New York, or it could have been a layover, and it was fine. It was a decent pizza. Yeah, it was a decent pizza. It took probably 15 minutes.
Okay,
but Kaleo, here's my problem. Because I know me. You see how that looks like one of those drive-up ATMs?
It does.
Okay, I would drive up to that, right? Thinking that I could do it from my car, but I'm so short that even at the bank ATMs, my hands don't reach. So I'm always that lady that's opening up her door, hanging out of her car, like trying to get her money and put the right numbers in. And then I'm thinking to myself, oh God, I hope nobody jacks me at this drive-up ATM because half my body is hanging out of the car. And I would be like that with pizza. So
Okay. I mean, hopefully when you do that, you remember at least to put the car in park. Because I know some people at least keep their foot on the brake and still try to, and that's a lot to think about and just end up taking off. All right, E.
yeah.
I'm crying. Not Jen out here looking like a McDonald's hash brown at the damn ATM. Yo, she said her body halfway out the damn car trying to punch some damn numbers, bro. First of all, and then don't listen. Don't let me get started on this. That this pizza definitely don't look like it. And when old boy picked that pizza up, I just listened because my brother and I are not made for. We are not adults. That shit was as flaccid as like he even tried to cuff it like it's a New York style pizza. That She's lying like shit, bro. That pizza was not good. I don't care what nobody say. That's not happening, bro. Not at all. Now listen, if you've been to Asia though, you know that there's some kiosks that actually, but you go get it from like the 7-Eleven. Like if you're in there, it makes the shake for you or some of the stuff, some of the food. But you know what I mean? Like I believe in their technology, and there's no diss to the French or whatever like that, because I'm sure I'm gonna have to go over there. I don't need them clocking this video and not letting me back in. But you know what I mean? Like I just think that they could have did a little better presentation, and yeah, I don't know. I think this is a no for me if I ever see this shit.
Okay. CB.
Y'all know my dietary lack of restrictions, so y'all know this is not off the table at all. In fact, if they had one of these like in Fed Hill in the early 2010s when I was out in Baltimore damn near every weekend at 3:30 in the morning on a Friday/Saturday, you'd probably find me right there waiting my 15 minutes from this pizza to come out, because we were already standing at Pizza Boli's. And if we're being honest, probably not that much different. You know what I mean? So this shit is very funny to me because that name is so silly, yo. And I love how stuff can just be named different things in other countries, man, because like, you know, their mind isn't in the gutter like me and my bro. Like that shit is hilarious, dog. That shit is so funny. Like shout out to them, man.
All right. All right, let's before we go to the culture, I wanted to talk about pet peeves. Let's talk pet peeves. We'll use this as a let's rap kind of topic. Sometimes, when we get into the is it just E realm, and E go off on a tangent, and some things hit home, and I'm like, yo, that's kind of like a pet peeve. Or the nights that I know E's not around to do is it just E, and I'll have in my notes, all right, I gotta do it. Is it just K? That'll be my thing. So I just want to talk. Let's just talk pet peeves, because I mean, I know we all got some grievances we need to air out, and we haven't done this one in a while. I think the last time you and I did a pet peeve show was like our third or fourth show in, and Justin. Shout out to Just. Just was our guest that night, and we talked pet peeves. So, all right, and we just go around. Jen, what?
Between that and E calling me a hash brown, I'm not winning tonight.
And I let the 2010 joke go.
Jen deserves better, man. It's still Black History Month. We can't be doing this. She's a lady, man. Right, and she's a lady. Gotta be better.
All right, Jen. Let's talk pet peeves. Give us one of your pet peeves.
Okay, so one of my pet peeves is unnecessary rudeness. So if we go out to dinner and you're being rude to the wait staff, I mean, I don't want her spitting in my food because you decided to be rude to her.
Yep.
If we're in the Uber and you're rude to the driver or you're rude to the bartender, like I don't like unnecessary rudeness. When you're in somebody else's home, you respect their home. So that's my pet peeve, unnecessary rudeness.
Yo, let me tell you. I think my bro E has probably heard this story or just knows how I feel about if you have something to complain about when it comes to your food or anything that has to come from a kitchen, or do it after I get my food. Whatever happens to yours after that is on you. I don't want to be an innocent bystander in this at all. So if you're going to complain, let me get my food first. And it's like this too. If I order something and you bring me the wrong order, no, it's right. You got it right. I'm not sending that food back. That happened to me a couple of times. I'm sure it's happened to folks before. I ordered steak. You gave me mushrooms. You got it right. That's it.
Really, Galeo? No, if I don't get the right order, I'm getting what I paid for. But I'm telling you, like, if I take something back, you would have thought that I knew that person personally. Excuse me. I hate to trouble you, but could you please?
Listen, road trip did it for me. Well, I don't take shit back, bro.
Road trip. Oh, yeah, with this. But no, Jen, you're right. So I will say something, just adjust the bill, but I don't want no more food.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what it is. So we're gonna get the bill right, and that's that. Yeah, no, you can say nice. You can be nice all day long. That don't mean nothing. That food go back, and that chef is having a bad day. Don't eat the food when it comes out. That's right. I ordered a steak quesadilla, and they brought me mushrooms. I was like, this steak is chewy as hell. And I was like, oh, this is mushroom. How the?
Thought you were vegan or vegetarian or something.
Look, I ate that. I
Can't
said
be vegan if there was cheese. I guess.
They were persistent. Like, sir, we would love to give you make it up to. Nah, we good. I'm gonna finish this. No, you got it. All right, Eve, give me one of your pet peeves, bro.
Nah, we talked about this.
Oh, you?
No, we talked about this, bro. I told you. We talked about this, bro. Let's see me go first.
All right, CB. What you got?
Oh shit. I'll be honest, I did not go back to listen to the first one of these that we did.
I just remembered it.
But I know that most of the joints that I would have had were related to me being on the road and me driving, because I know that I'm the worst version of myself behind the wheel. I hate everybody. And anybody that knows me like in real life in person knows how generally chill and easygoing and fun loving I am. But bro, I get behind the wheel of the car and everybody's an idiot for the most part. So like biggest pet peeve, especially driving around in the DMV, is the people that treat the left lane, the passing lane, as the you're not going to pass me lane. Like, homie, just either take your space or just move right, man. Like, just get out the fucking way, dog. Like, so yeah, nah, that's the first one. That's the first one.
Okay. All right. I guess I'll go next, right?
No, I got you. I got you.
I can go next if you
No,
want to.
no, I got you. All right. Mine would be when you go somewhere and you park, you make sure that you park away from all the other cars.
Oh.
You know that there's at least 2 or 3 spaces on each side of you, but you come back out and there's a car that's parked right next to your car, but there's a space that's open right next to that car, and there's a space on the other side of my car, but you decided to park right next to my shit. I hate it. I don't understand why.
You know that, right?
I know they have to, bro, because I'm like all these. And the stupid part is I know you do it because I know this is both of us. We look around like you ain't seen none of these other motherfucking spaces, but you wanted to park right here,
right here.
Right.
You know how those people operate in a public restroom as well.
Pull up to the urinal.
You know what I mean?
Yo,
Please
that's
tell me
crazy.
you're not that dude that parks in 2 parking spots just so nobody
Nope.
can park next to his car. I
I'm
hate
not
that
rude.
dude.
Nope, I'm not
We're
rude.
talking
I'm
about
not.
pet peeves.
No, I'm not. I'm not. No, I'm not rude. I'm not that guy that parks in 2 parking spots. What I'm saying is, you go to a grocery store, you go somewhere else. You know, you got everybody who's trying to park up close. I don't mind walking, so I park my car
Yep.
further up the aisle, right? But
Mhm.
I make sure that I keep some distance between my car and the next couple of cars that are supposed to be coming up. You got plenty of options before you get to my car. I come outside, and it's a car parked next to my shit.
Yeah.
Why?
Send me over, bro. All right. Which grievance am I going to air out first? All right. Here we go. One of my pet peeves is leaving food in the sink.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That can be leftover stuff in a bowl, like cereal, and then you just put it in the sink. Don't dump it on that, like bones on plates, and just in. Why is there a bone on the plate in the sink? But just like food in the sink and it's left overnight, like that to me is like one of the biggest pet peeves there is. And I'll go even further. Because I don't want to bring this back up again and have to revisit the dish pet peeve. Other pet peeve about the sink, you know how there's 2 sides to a sink? You got the side with the disposal, and you got the side with like the strainer on it, right? And you know, I looked it up to see what's the proper side that you're supposed to put the dish soap in. And it says it just depends on your preference. You can stop up the side with the disposal to help the water go down, or you can use the other side with just the strainer, right? The side of the sink where the hole is smaller than where a pin can't even go in. It's small, but yet you don't use the strainer. Or when you take the strainer all the way out, there's rice inside of that hole. There's beans, bones, chicken, money, plastic from some medicine or some shit you done opened up.
What y'all doing over there?
Why is this in this part? Right? And look, here we go. One more. And it's not just about dish. It's not about dishes, but while we are here. So whatever side of the sink you choose to put your soap, your soap water in, so you can wash dishes, right? Whatever side you pick, because that's not an argument. Because Google told me you can use either side. It's when you got that fresh dish water and the temperature is just right, so you can get ready to wash dishes. It's not too hot, not too cold. It's just Goldilocks would love it. It's just right. And then somebody come behind you and put a whole dinner plate inside your brand new soapy water and taint your water. And I'm not just talking about like a dirty, I'm talking it's got honey mustard, it's got lettuce still on it, it's got half a pork chop, it's got ice cream.
How much y'all eating over there?
Get my fresh dishwater. Fresh dishwater?
I'm about to cut your mic off.
Do your kids regularly listen to the show?
I'm about to cut your mic off. I'm about to cut your mic off, bro. Move on. Move on right now. That's it, bro. That's it. That's it, bro. Move on, bro.
All right.
I know you got more.
So Jen, any more pet peeves?
I saw in the chat, Sammy said when you're at the gym and you're on a treadmill and there's a bunch of open treadmills and somebody comes and gets the treadmill right next to yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you look around like, okay.
Yeah. Oh, remember the treadmill is a party foul too.
And I would like to let REP know that yes, I do valet park the 2010.
I'm just
I missed the comment. He got radical. I got radical. I love it.
all right.
Yeah.
Me too. Me too. Me too, RP.
And this is why I had to cut his mic off. This is why he's done.
Okay.
We gotta move on.
All right. And did you go again? Red Sammy's. Did you go?
I ain't got nothing for you, bro.
I mean, this.
Jim might have something else. I don't know, but I ain't got nothing for you, bro. I'm here to monitor you because that's
You know it's bad when Isn't Just E becomes the chaperone, bro.
Oh shit, I'm hot and sweaty.
Yeah, no, that shit's hilarious. This is one for the golfing homies. When you're out and they don't got the cart attendant out there driving around. I'm not trying, most of the time it's the cart girls. Sometimes you got the cart homies. But either way, I don't care if my tee time is at 7:30. I treat the golf course the same way I treat the airport. You can start drinking whenever you want. You can have as much fun from the time that you get there till time that it's time to lay in. Me and our money. You better believe we're asking for the double transfusions as soon as we're allowed. And it really, really puts a damper on the mood when you get out there and they're like, oh, sorry, no cart service today. It's like, damn, making me load up. And then at the turn, got to load up again. Not fun. So that's a pet peeve.
Okay.
Kaleo, I hate when you go to a restaurant and they burn your bacon. I'm sorry, not burn, but overcook your bacon.
That's okay.
I need my bacon to bend in the middle. If it does not, I will be taking that bacon back. Come back, my bad.
Bend not snap. Okay, there you go, Sammy. Bend not snap.
Not mature enough for this shit, guys.
When he ain't carrying a bunch of, oh my god.
This is not the show for me at CB. It's not one of our best shows right here.
This
AI is gonna have a killer with this one when we put pick out the fun parts. Be like, yo, man.
This one is via my
talking about.
So this one is not me. This is my. So I took Parker to the barber tonight, right? And as I was just talking to Duck, I was like, Duck, so I'm getting ready to do pet peeves. Like, what's some of your pet peeves? And he's like, bro, I got the first one, and it's always the first one that come to mind is probably the one that really irks you. Duck said, when you trying to explain something to me and you hit me with the never mind. Like, so we was walking to the never mind. Man, I was like, Duck, I feel you now. What? It's like, what the fuck do you mean? Never mind. In the middle of an explanation, and I'm like, is my intelligence not worthy of trying to figure out what you're trying to say? Oh, never mind. Like, yeah. Okay, well, look, that's
also,
go ahead,
bro. Like, don't tell me there's gonna be like 150,000 pairs available for a drop.
Yep.
And then none of the homies, like none of us got him.
All right.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I got one more, and then I know he probably gonna have to shut me down on this one. It's just something I just thought about, complain about, or used to complain about a lot. Is if I'm getting ready to go somewhere with you, if I'm getting ready to go somewhere with you, no, it doesn't matter where we're going. Doesn't matter who it is. But if I got to go somewhere with you and I get in that car and the tank is always on empty, we got to stop to get gas on the way to... I used to text ER like, bro, this motherfucker, we got to... If you know you gotta be somewhere, or you gotta be somewhere, and I'm riding with you.
Hey,
and I get in that car. First, and this is what anybody
Sounds like some game car pools if I've ever heard it.
I'm so trained now. If I get in the passenger seat, my eye, instead of the radio, because I can control the radio, it goes straight over to see where that dial is on that fuel tank. And if that shit is lower than a quarter of a tank, we're gonna have a problem.
Kaleo, hold on, let me explain. Let me explain. Because sometimes I don't want to go to the gas station at night. And you know the 2010 burn a lot of gas. It is not fuel efficient.
You should have took your ass to the gas station when it was still light outside. You done did everything else. No, you did in everything else. You didn't try to hang your ass halfway out the damn car for the ATM. You could have got on your tippy toes to pump that gas. You hear me? So I'm just saying.
But no, if you coming to pick me up, you knew that shit was empty before you got to my house. Why not stop before you?
Because I didn't want to be late. I'm talking about this is what happens to me.
They want someone to conversate with while they're waiting for the tank to fill up. You know what I mean?
I already left.
They're not trying to listen to just Joe Claire on the radio. You know what I mean?
I already left in just enough time to get there when I said I was going to be there. So now if I stop and get gas, I'm going to be 5 minutes late.
You see what Sammy said to Dave said? So Sammy first said, me, I can make it. Dave said, I know my car.
My car is crazy. I know my car is crazy.
That is real. That is like the realest shit.
Have y'all ever just got like, I don't know, just enough gas to get to where you're going? Like I say that, not just enough to get to where you're going, but enough to make it. Because if I'm late, but I'm like, oh, this tank is on E. Let me just stop because I don't want to be real late. So instead of getting a $50 or whatever it is to fill it all the way up, I'll just put $12 in there real quick and then go. Because as a female, that's what I do at night.
Yeah, I get the night part. Night is fine. But I can say on the trip over to get me.
Filling up, Kaleo's in the passenger seat just scowling at you.
It's the first thing that fool look at when he get in anybody else's car is to see how much gas is in the car.
If I learn,
you better go fill up, then come back, circle back, and get me.
Once I figure out how to read the meter on an electric car, how much electric you got in this motherfucker, my eyes are trained. I get in the car and
he just immediately takes the aux cord. He's like, "You're putting me through this shit now."
Yeah.
I just
listen to give me some space.
We don't need an Is It Just E at this point, bro. We didn't.
You know what we need? You know we need to bring everybody back down. All right. We all need some DC Shy Pie, the official pizza of the We Are Something Else podcast. Shout out to Grant. Shout out to Margaret. Shout out to wonderful things that We Are Something Else is going to be doing with DC Shy Pie this year. But yeah, order yourself a pizza, get it shipped to you. WRSE10 is the code. Black owned business. We are into Black Business Series guests. Grant was one of the first people that came on the show, and it was like, yo, you guys got something here. Let me partner with you.
Believers.
Yeah, so shout out to those guys, DC Shop. And look, if you haven't ordered one yet, boom, there you go. And if you're in the city, just go over to the Union Market and grab yourself DC Shop. Look, they got vegan crust, gluten-free crust now. Grant has already advertised that. He told us that behind the scenes, but they do gluten-free crust. So, yeah, DC Shy Pie, and now. All right, it is. Oh, wait a minute. Wrong button. See? It is a Culture Thursday. There's Jen Glenn. All right, Jen. What you
Okay,
got
y'all.
for the culture?
Welcome to the culture. I have a question for you guys, but let me give you the premise. So now it is sometime in the future. It all went bad in the United States. And now we live on the independent nation of the People's Republic of former African Americans. As a nation, we have our own currency. We have Barack Obama on the $100 bill, Martin Luther King on the $50 bill, Colin Powell is on the $20, Thurgood Marshall is on the $10 bill, and Samuel L. Jackson is on the $5 bill. Now, who are we going to put on the $1 bill? And now that $1 bill has to be a female.
I was about to say it has to be a female by looking at this demographic. I've been thinking about it since I had the privy. I'll go first. A lot of fellas think about it. So two people come to mind. And I'm either going to put Michelle Obama there for being the first African American first lady, but because I mean she's not gonna just allow her husband to be up there. She's not gonna be on no money. But if I really had to pick, I might have to go with Kamala for being the first vice president, woman and African American vice president, just because history is history.
Okay.
Hold on, wait a minute. He said Florida Evans. Okay.
I'm going to veto that Florida Evans. But E, who do you think we should have on the $1 bill? Which female?
This is tough. I think we should. First of all, I think we should scrap the $20 bill for somebody else. But that's just me. A female, I would say, with another black female. But this is tough. I don't know. You have to come back to me. Because
Okay.
I would hate to leave somebody out, but I think at this point it's just more or less like it's subjective, right?
What do you mean subjective? You can
Because
pick whoever you want.
right, because like for me, because like somebody who I think is like hella dope and I think should be like warranted on that would be Nikki Giovanni.
Okay. I like that. Nikki Giovanni, the poetess. Okay, CB, who would you like to see on the $1 bill?
It was actually a lady that came to mind first because she already is supposed to be on money. REP just said in the chat, but Harriet Tubman, you know, like she's already supposed to be on some currency, and they keep faking on her. So
Okay,
that was the
CB.
first one that came to mind.
I was thinking that too. I was like Harriet Tubman or Sojourner Truth. But here's my thing. Because the men look so nice, we're going to have to get Harriet like a bob. Or
Just put that hat on her.
like that kind of Aunt Jemima makeover like that they did.
So you want her looking like Viola Davis on the $1 bill, huh?
Yes. Yes. E, let me
Jen,
tell you something.
Jen, I'm
E,
done with you tonight. You hear me?
E.
I'm not messing with you tonight. This is
E, no, E, we can get to the promised land with a pressing curl, okay? We
Okay,
can get to the promised land with
okay.
a rod set.
okay. Then Madam CJ Walker then should go on there if we go do all of that.
Okay. Madam CJ Walker. I'm cool with that.
Okay.
All right, y'all.
That was quick. All right, culture.
Welcome to D-Cup Customs, the most creative crafter in these streets. At the heart of the magic is Doreen. If you can dream it, she can create it. Need a one-of-a-kind piece for your business, your project, or even just your ego? We got you. And it's not just tumblers either. We have shot glasses, pens, mugs, badge reels. Basically, if it holds ink or drinks, we do it. And Doreen, she made me a custom Black Panther cup. I was drinking out of it and somebody wanted it so bad, they offered to buy it from me right then. And Doreen looked at me and did this.
Take it, fool. Turn down that good money.
Look at this piece. It's gonna be amazing when it's done. But we don't just do ink and glitter. We also do custom vinyl. So again, if you can think of it, she can do it. We also love working with our guys, and we can't wait to work with you. So if you use the code WRSE15, you will get 15% off your order. Thanks. See you soon.
I just thought about something after this promo. Shout out to D Cup Custom. Shout out to Real Estate Poppy. Shout out to Doreen. D Cup Custom. Save 15%. WRSE 15. Look, get yourself a tumbler. They got amazing sneakerhead pins. At some point next month or two, we'll have the fellas with their own D Cup Custom. But look, I constantly put water in here, sip it throughout the show, stays cold amazingly. And then let's get my sneakers and stuff on there. It's got some DC stuff, a little bit of everything. So shout out to the wonderful folks at dcupcustoms.com. I just thought about it. We were asking about currency, like who will be on that dollar bill, and I was thinking Erykah Badu.
Oh, that would be nice.
But,
Can I read what some of the people put in the chat?
Go ahead.
All right. I had, and y'all know how this group is. Maya, when she was on the King cover, Florida Evans,
Yes.
Rosa Parks, Shirley Chisholm, and that wig. Donda West, Angela Davis, Kendall put Big Mama. Who's Big Mama? Does it matter? Big
I saw
Mama.
someone put Medea in there.
Maya Angelou, Oprah. So these are pretty good. Kel Smith said add Harriet and swap Sam with Billy D. Williams, and he'll be cool with that.
Okay. I was thinking Erykah because of those incense. All right, bro. What we got for Is It Just E this week?
This whole show is just it's just been so trash on so many levels. Also, I probably would have put Angela Bassett because she done played everybody's mama from Trey's to the Jackson 5.
Characters, yeah.
She been everybody's moms. All right. This don't even fit no more. My Is It Just E is just not even close to what we've been talking about, which is wild, right? Because bro had to be on one tonight. But anyway, in the interest that me and my bro did a quick little review on J. Cole's The Fall Off, we were discussing some of the the songs. Poor Thing is one that's kind of standing out, if you will. Everybody's first listen. Listening to it, I've come to the conclusion that this is what I have to say about that. And this is by no means a clickbait. I talked to my bro. He definitely he green lighted that I could say this because we're not that type of podcast. I'm not bringing up the beef between the light-skinned guy and Kendrick. What I'm saying is, if in fact we look at the body of work that was put out, Poor Thing from J. Cole is actually better than anything that Drake put out, minus Family Ties. On a whole, the reason why my premise is, if you look at it, it's personal, right? Kendrick won because it was personal, right? You can hear it. It had more feeling to it. Drake tried to play kind of I'm gonna win type because I'm who I am. I got more fans, whatever. But if you listen to Poor Thing and hear, if you hear Cole, he's got almost kind of a Pac vibe. You can tell he really doesn't like this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a different vibe. Instead of trying to be crafty, trying to be, catchphrase, say untrue things that just don't hit. So my Is It Just E is, I believe, Poor Thing. If you match up with all the songs that we heard throughout that whole situation, J. Cole's Poor Thing should let you know that I think if it was something that was all three versus, kind of 1v1v1, we'd be talking about how Cole and Kendrick were 1A, 1B in the disses, and Drake would have not been even in the conversation outside of Family Ties. That's just me. Do what you will with it. I can care less because Is It Just the? What do y'all think?
Go ahead, CB.
I need to go back and, I guess, run Poor Thing like a number of times. Cole's definitely talking about somebody, but because don't necessarily consider it to be either of those other two homies, like, I don't know if my mind would have immediately taken it to where E took it, but that's a dope ass song, and J. Cole did his thing on there, so I get it.
Jen, do you know, you were in the listening party? You know which song he's talking about?
Yes, great song. It sounds very personal. I really don't have a comment about that other than to say, this looks like J. Cole right here. Chat, does this or does this not look like J. Cole?
That don't look like him, but understand that whoever the producer of this show is who you need to talk to, who made the graphics for this. And don't let
CB, what we got for that copper chop?
So this Saturday, not to be confused with the special pair that they dropped exclusive to LA for All-Star Weekend, but Jordan and Levi's are dropping 2 Jordan 3s, indigo blue and then a black, $230, which is in the realm of normal Jordan 3 prices these days, I guess. But how are y'all feeling about these? Because I like them. I will be attempting to at least cop one of these. If I had to choose one or the other, I actually like the indigo pair more. But the best looking pair is the one that they actually dropped exclusive to east side of the country there. So $230 dropping this Saturday. If y'all have the opportunity, y'all copping or chopping?
So I do like both, but I think if I had to choose one over the other, I would go with the blue. I got enough black. I got the cement 3s,
Right.
that colorway, and can only really tell if it's denim or not if you're up close. So, but the blue is dope. If I had to go from one, it would be the blue denim. So those are a cop.
I might sound angry, but fuck both these pairs because I couldn't get the ones that were supposed to be from out here. So I can care less, man. Fuck both these shoes.
I'm gonna say that if I could get either one of these for like $30, I would cop them. Otherwise,
There you go.
nice looking shoes, just not paying that much for a pair of tennis shoes. Sneakers.
That's just part of
Always appreciate that.
part of the lifestyle. All right, let's get into some shoe and tell. I'll lead off, and then we can get up out of here. So I don't have sneakers tonight, believe it or not, but I do have something a call back to what we talked about earlier tonight. I got the Genesis, the Mini that came out a few years back, and it's got like over 100 games on it. Some of the classics, Ultra Beast, not Road Rage, but whatever that one, Streets of Rage. There you go, Road Rage. Just same thing. It's got a bunch of different buildings, and look, you can put a cartridge in there. And I do have Coach K, but the Coach K is not playing inside of here. But and I guess maybe certain cartridges. But yeah, shout out to Sega Genesis, wireless remotes, and you definitely got to be up close on the TV for this.
Just looking at E laugh makes me laugh.
Listen, CB and I could have never went to school together. Shit. Fuck it. You see it. It's the Jordan box. It's black. This one's for my bro. And the golfers. When it's time, I guess we're still planning on end of April. We'll see how that works out. But if my homie Sean was on here,
Nice.
got the low. As you can see, these are the golf ones, people. These are golf shoes, not just regular shoes. You know, if we're gonna be out on the golf course, we are gonna look good. So, you know what it is.
All right. Dope.
Jen, come on, what you got? I know you got something.
You know what's funny? I did not bring them on the show, but I did buy 2 $30 slip-ons
Come on, slip-ons.
this weekend. So I paid about $70 for 2 pair of shoes, but I did not bring them today.
Nice.
I hate to stun on y'all like that, but I did not bring them tonight.
That's a flex. That
is. She spent $70 for 2 pair of shoes while we over here missing out on $200 pair of Jordans and shit. So
I think these joints were like $140. So one of these joints is $70. But the XLG 2.0s. So the what was I calling these? The OG jellyfish. So this is like the joint that the jellyfish is actually based off of.
Yep.
In like the similar colorway. So they initially dropped these a few weeks ago, and
Did you get them in the store or you online?
These me and E were actually texting back and forth about all these sneaker misses that we've had recently. And these Kith had a bunch of sizes. You can actually get these in store though. They've stocked up. They are Cozy Boy certified.
All right. And that's the colorway that I want, well, I may or may not have those in the mail as well, depending on, all right, so let's do this real quick. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Shout out to Gen X TV. If you also want to know where we're going to be at, find us on Gen X TV, and we gotta solidify that date to be on the CAD podcast with those folks over on Gen X TV. Download that on your Roku or Fire Stick devices. Shout out to Coach Kim, Black Business Series guest as well, and Black owned business with the Gen X TV. Appreciate everybody for being here. Also, look, told you, we're trying to partner up with some dope creators to create these dope playlists that we want to feature on a weekly basis, because we are something else. It's just not just about the shenanery and pet peeves. We like music. We like movies. We like all that good stuff too. So do all that. Yeah. And speaking of music, this is very last minute. We had talked about it. But for a 7-track album that's probably going to last about 15 minutes, we're going to go ahead and do this Larry June and Currency, produced by Alchemist, listening party, Spiral Staircases at midnight. So if y'all want to be down with that, just hit me on IG. If you got a way to get a hold of me, and we'll send you the link. I believe we should do a Zoom call. If not, I can easily load up my Station Head channel. We can just listen to it on Station Head. So, fellas, what do you prefer? Station Head, Zoom,
whatever's going to be easiest, honestly.
Yeah, I think whatever we did last time was cool. But real quick, the secret to my salmon that I make is
the rosemary and butter sauce.
Sorry, we had to get that movie quote off. Sorry, people. Listen, that's the best way to end this show. We've been on some shit tonight.
All right.
Thank you for bearing with us.
Shout out to Jen. Jen, I love you, girl.
I know. Listen, I'm gonna tell people how you called me a hash brown, and just the visual of that is so funny to me. Wait till I found a white outfit.
Jen's got her Halloween costume already ready to go.
Crazy word.
Thank you guys. It's been fun.
All right. On that note,
shenanery.
At RSC Pod.
coming, I ain't vision past, about to jump into the bag. They ain't coming, ain't